So, let's get right into it. We have all been there, right? Your dog is chewing up the sofa, or barking like crazy, or maybe having accidents inside. And that first thought that pops in your head is probably something like, ugh, he's being a bad dog again. But what if it's not defiance at all? What if what you're seeing is actually your dog's way of sending out a desperate call for help?
And if you're dealing with this, you are definitely not alone. I mean, this isn't some rare, fringe issue. A recent survey found that a staggering 85% of dogs show what their owners call problematic behaviors. That is a huge number. So if you're struggling, just know so many other people are in the exact same boat.
And this is why getting it right matters so much. The stakes are incredibly high. We're not just talking about a chewed-up shoe here. When we misunderstand the real reason behind these behaviors, it can really damage that bond we have with our dogs, and tragically, it's one of the main reasons so many dogs end up in shelters. So figuring out what's really going on is absolutely critical for their well-being.
Okay, so let's start by kind of reframing this whole thing. What we often see as just a simple act of disobedience is very frequently something else entirely. It's a really common but often hidden problem that's happening right in front of us.
So what even is anxiety when we're talking about a dog? Well, it is not a choice. It's not them being stubborn. It's a completely involuntary emotional response. It's their brain anticipating that something bad, something threatening is about to happen. It is a genuine feeling of distress, kind of like the phobias or panic attacks that we can experience as humans. And just thinking about it that way is a huge first step in changing how we respond to it. All right, now we're going to get into the really good stuff. Your dog is talking to you constantly, communicating their emotional state all the time. The problem is, most of us aren't exactly fluent in dog. So it's on us. It's our job to learn their language.
And you know, that language really has two different dialects. You've got the overt signs. Those are the big, loud behaviors that are basically impossible to ignore. But the real key, the secret to understanding, lies in the subtle signs. These are the whispers your dog uses to tell you they're uncomfortable long before they ever start shouting.
So the overt signs, these are the ones we all recognize. The destruction, the nonstop barking, the aggression. But here's the crucial thing to understand. These are often signs that a dog's anxiety has already hit its boiling point. They're the end result of stress that's been building and building, often totally unnoticed. Now these are the real tells. This is the language of early-stage anxiety. Just look at this list. A yawn when they are definitely not tired, like when you're in the vet's waiting room. A quick little lip lick when a new person approaches, turning their whole head away when you go in for a hug. Or that whale eye, where you suddenly see the whites of their eyes. You know, these aren't just random quirks. This is your dog's main way of saying, hey, I am not okay with this situation. And if you can recognize these, you can step in before things get out of hand.
Okay, so now that we know what to look for, let's dig into the why. Why is it happening? Because once you can connect those signs to specific situations, you basically become a detective for your own dog's emotional health.
Separation anxiety is, without a doubt, one of the biggest ones out there. Dogs are super social animals, so being left all alone can literally trigger a panic response. You might see it when you're just grabbing your keys, the frantic pacing, the shaking. It's a genuine, deep-seated distress about being isolated from their pack, from you. Social situations are another huge one. That dog that's lunging and barking at another dog on a walk, he's not necessarily being dominant or a jerk. More often than not, it is a reaction based in fear. He's screaming, "Please stay away from me," to create distance. Same goes for the dog that runs and hides when guests come over. It's not being antisocial, it's feeling totally overwhelmed.
And finally, let's talk about our world. The human world can be a really scary place for a dog. Things we think are totally normal can be terrifying. You know, the vacuum cleaner, a car ride, or that dreaded visit to the vet's office. Our world is loud, it's unpredictable, and sometimes, for them, it's just all too much.
Now, this isn't all just observation and guesswork. I mean, this stuff is real. Scientists can actually measure a dog's anxiety, which is so cool because it makes their internal emotional state visible through actual data.
And this illustrates that perfectly. I mean, check this out. This chart shows a direct physical change happening in a dog's body during a stressful event. Researchers used thermal imaging and found that the temperature right around a dog's eyes and inside their ears actually goes up when they're anxious. It is not just in their head, it's a real biological stress response that you can literally see and measure.
And it's not just their body temperature. This graph shows that whining, you know, that sound we often try to ignore, measurably skyrockets during a stressful test. Just look at the difference between the baseline bar and that test bar. The time they spend whining just shoots up. It's so much more than just an annoying noise. It's a quantifiable piece of data showing their emotional distress.
So how can you actually use this in your day-to-day life? Well, this is the Fear, Anxiety, and Stress Scale, or FS scale, and it is an amazing tool. It basically organizes all that body language into simple, color-coded zones. A dog in the green zone is cool, calm, and collected. A dog in the yellow zone is starting to show those subtle signs we just talked about, the panting, the fidgeting. That's your signal to change the situation. And a dog in the red zone is already panicking. Your goal is to always notice the yellow before it ever has a chance to turn red.
Okay, so you've learned to see the signs, you understand the science behind it. So what do you do now? What's the next step? It's really all about shifting from just reacting to your dog's behavior to proactively supporting their emotional needs.
Here is your game plan, and it's actually pretty simple. Step 1, just observe. Become a student of your dog. Watch their body language like you're studying for a test. Step 2, identify the triggers. Start taking notes. Is it the doorbell, the mail carrier, big hats? Keep a little journal on your phone. And finally, and this is the most important part, consult a professional. Armed with all of your specific observations, you can have a much more productive conversation with your vet or a certified behaviorist to come up with a real plan that's tailored for your dog.
So, the big takeaway here is this. Your dog is talking to you all the time. By learning to tune in and listen to their quiet whispers of anxiety, you can help them feel safe, you can help them feel understood, and you can stop the shouting before it even has to start. So go take another look at your dog, right now, but with these new eyes. What are they trying to tell you?